I work reception at a Munich hotel. An American couple checked in and immediately asked where they could exchange their dollars for euros at the real rate, not the tourist scam rate. I explained our bank next door used the official exchange rate. The husband laughed. Nice try. I've seen Eurotrip. I know how this works. You send tourists to your buddy's exchange place and split the commission. I told him it was Deutsche Bank. He said, even worse. German banks invented hidden fees. He pulled out his phone, showed me an article about Wells Fargo, and said, if American banks do this, imagine what German banks do. He walked 3 blocks to find a currency exchange booth, paid 8% commission. Came back furious that the bank colluded to make the booth seem cheaper. They asked to file a police report. A woman at our hotel restaurant tried paying her breakfast bill with a $100 note. Our server explained we only accepted euros. She said the euro is weaker. You should be happy to take dollars. We told her the exchange rate didn't work like that. She insisted that because $1 was worth less than €1, we were getting more value from her $100. She asked for the manager. My manager tried explaining currency conversion. She accused him of playing dumb to confuse her. She left the dollars on the table and walked out. We still have that $100 bill in our office. It's been 2 years. These stories aren't outliers. Germany has become ground zero for American confidence meeting European reality. What happens next is always the same. Doubling down, demanding managers, M reviews threatening lawsuit. I'm a cashier at REWE in Frankfurt. An American man bought groceries and stared at his receipt for 3 minutes. He marched back to my register. You charged me twice for these tomatoes. I checked. He'd bought 2 packages. He said, no, I bought 1 package of tomatoes. You scanned it twice. I showed him his basket. 2 packages. He picked up 1 package. This is 1 item. You don't charge per tomato. Explained he had 2 separate packages. He said, in America, vegetables are priced per pound, not per package. This is a scam. I told him the price was per package here, clearly labeled. He demanded to see the store camera footage. I want proof I picked up 2 packages because I specifically remember picking up 1. My manager reviewed the footage, showed him selecting both packages. He watched himself pick up the 2nd package and said, that doesn't count. I was comparing prices. I put it back. We watched him place both in his basket. He said the angle was misleading. He demanded a refund for the 2nd tomato package I never intended to buy. He got his refund. Left a review saying we criminally overcharged through intentional double scanning. Included a photo of the receipt as evidence. I wait tables at a beer garden in Hamburg. An American woman asked for water. I brought tap water. She pushed it away. I said water, not sink water. I explained this was water. She said, I want bottled water, sealed, unopened, so I know it's clean. I offered sparkling or still bottled water. She asked why tap water wasn't free if bottled costs money. I told her bottled water is a product we sell. She said, in America, water is a human right. You can't charge for water, explained. She could have free tap water or pay for bottled. She called this humanitarian exploitation. She demanded to speak to the owner. He came over. She told him Germany was violating international water rights laws. He offered her tap water again. Free. She refused. I'm not drinking German tap water. Do you know what's in your pipes? He said, our water was regularly tested and safer than most bottled water. She said, then why do you sell bottled water if tap is so safe? Checkmate. She ordered bottled water. Complained it was overpriced. Left a review saying we forced tourists to buy water bottles. 3 paragraphs about Nestle and corporate greed. She gave us 2 stars. I manage a clothing store in Berlin. An American tourist tried entering on Sunday at 2 p.m. Our doors were locked. She banged on the glass. I opened the door to explain we're closed Sundays. She said, your lights are on. I told her I was doing inventory, but the store was closed. She said, if you're inside, you can sell me something. It'll take 5 minutes, I explained Sunday. Shopping is illegal in Germany except for specific stores. She laughed. Illegal? To buy clothes? What kind of communist law is that? I told her it protected workers' rights to rest. She said, I'm a customer. I have rights too. I need a dress for tonight. I suggested the train station shops that could open Sundays. She said, so big corporations can open, but small stores can't. That's the opposite of worker protection. I explained the exceptions. She cut me off. This is why Germany lost the economic race to America. You'd rather protect lazy workers than serve customers. She took a photo of our storefront, posted it on social media with a caption about how Germany banned capitalism on Sundays. 40 comments from Americans agreeing this proved Europe was socialist. I'm a rental car agent in Stuttgart. An American man rented a BMW, asked where the speed limit signs were for the Autobahn. I explained, parts have no limit. He said, I know there's no limit. I'm asking what the recommended speed is. I told him about the advisory speed of 130 kilometers per hour. He converted it on his phone. 80 miles per hour? That's it? I thought Germans drove fast. I explained that's the advisory, not the maximum. He grinned. So I can go as fast as I want. I warned him about traffic, weather conditions, and construction zones with limits. He waved me off. I've driven in Texas. I know highways. 3 hours later, he called, furious, your Autobahn is broken. I couldn't go above 90 kilometers per hour for 40 minutes. I asked if there was construction. He said yes, but construction in America doesn't stop traffic. You work around it, I explained. German construction zones have enforced limits. He said, then it's not really the Autobahn, is it? That's false advertising. He asked if he could get a refund on the rental because the Autobahn experience was disappointing. I told him no. He posted a review. Germany's famous Autobahn is a myth. Spent most of my time stuck behind trucks going 60. Highway 101 in California is faster. I work at Munich Hauptbahnhof ticket counter. An American asked for a ticket to Cologne. I offered him options. Regional train, slower and cheaper, or ICE, faster and more expensive. He asked why the fast train cost more. I explained it was premium service. He said, but they're both going to the same place. Why does speed matter? I told him it saved 2 hours. He said, I'm on vacation. I have time. But I want the fast train for the cheap price, because the difference is artificial. I explained pricing models. He interrupted. In America, Amtrak doesn't charge extra for faster trains because there aren't faster trains. You just get on a train. This tiered pricing is a scam. I told him he could take the regional train. He said, I don't want the slow train. I want the fast train at a fair price. I repeated the prices. He asked for a manager. My manager explained the same thing. He accused us of collusion with Deutsche Bahn to artificially inflate prices. He bought the regional train ticket. Missed his connection in Frankfurt because he didn't understand he needed to change trains. Blamed us for not warning him. Left a complaint form saying German trains were deliberately confusing to extract money from tourists.
Oh.
I'm a bike courier in Freiburg. I was cycling in the bike lane when an American tourist stepped directly into it while looking at his phone. I rang my bell. He didn't move. I swerved. Nearly crashed. He yelled, "Watch where you're going." I told him he was in the bike lane. He said it's a sidewalk. I pointed at the painted bike symbol. He said, in America, bikers share the road with cars. Sidewalks are for pedestrians. I explained this was a dedicated bike lane. He said, then where do pedestrians walk? I pointed to the actual sidewalk 2 meters away. He said, that's too narrow. This is clearly meant for people. I told him bikes had right-of-way here. He laughed. Bikes don't have right-of-way. They're toys. A German woman on a bike stopped and told him in English to move. He said, I'm a pedestrian. I have priority, she said. This is a bike lane. I said, prove it. She pointed at 3 signs in 50 meters. He said the signs were unclear. She cycled around him. He shouted, reckless bikers. No wonder Germany has accidents. He stood in the bike lane for 10 more minutes, filming dangerous bikers for what he called a safety awareness video. Posted it online, titled Germany's Bike Problem, Why Cyclists Think They Own the Streets. My favorite story happened last month at our hotel. An American guest complained that his room key didn't work. I went upstairs with him. He tried inserting the key card upside down into the slot. I flipped it. Door opened. He stared. That's bad design. American hotel keys work both ways. I told him most key cards are directional. He said, not in America. Our keys are democratic. They work from any angle. I explained the arrow on the card showed direction. He said, I shouldn't need instructions to open a door. This is hostile architecture. He asked if we had American-style key cards. I told him all our keys were the same. He said, typical European gatekeeping. You make everything complicated to feel superior. That night he locked himself out twice because he refused to submit to authoritarian keycard designs. He tried checking out early. We were fully booked. He stayed for more nights. Left a review. Hotel deliberately uses confusing keys to frustrate guests. It felt like East Germany. We framed it in the break room. Working in Germany, you learn something valuable. Confidence doesn't require knowledge. Americans arrive certain the world works one way. When reality disagrees, reality must be wrong. They don't get angry because they're confused. They get angry because they're absolutely sure they're right. And that certainty is unshakable. It survives evidence, explanations, and locals telling them otherwise. It's not ignorance. It's commitment next time you visit Germany. Remember, the Autobahn has speed limits in construction zones. Stores close on Sundays, and key cards have directions. Or don't remember. Either way, we'll be here, patient, tired, writing down your reviews. Because if there's one thing we've learned, it's this. American confidence is renewable energy. It never runs out.